Magic Mat. I'm Miss Elizabeth, and you know, I was thinking about strength today and what makes me feel strong. And then I had the idea about going somewhere in the world where there's a beautiful structure that doesn't look like a square, but it's built on a square because that makes it really strong. So come along with me, let's see what we find. Hi everybody.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, welcome back to Magic Mat Yoga. I'm so happy you're here. It makes me so happy. So today, we're gonna have an adventure and we're gonna invite our friends who are watching to come on the adventure with us. But first, let's take our 3 breaths and then we'll talk some more. So sit up tall. Does anyone want to remind everybody why we sit up tall? Anisha?
Because when you're sloping down like this, your lungs don't have enough space to go straight and get all the air out your lungs and in your lungs.
Right, so if you sit up
So
tall.
when you slump like this, it's hard to breathe. And sometimes you can try that, but when you sit up straight, it's easier to breathe.
Yes, so you get more air in your body, and more air means you're calmer, right? Right? So sit up tall. Let's take 3 breaths together. We're going to do arms up, breathe in, and down through center. Beautiful. Breathe in, and down, and again, and down. And why don't you each say your name, and then we'll get going. Go ahead. Vikram,
Anisha,
Annabelle,
Bella.
and Bella. Welcome. And we're going to do belly breathing. Do you remember belly breathing, anybody?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take these bean bags, and this is a hint about where we're going today.
Oh.
Shh. What is that? Camel with how many humps?
1.
And sometimes a camel has 2.
I thought all the time it has 2.
Nope, sometimes it has 1. So you're going to lay down on your yoga mat. So lay across your mat. Yep, that's okay. Lay across your mat. And we're going to give you and you a bean bag. Put it on your belly. And Annabelle, here's a bean bag. And Anisha, I only have 3 bean bags, so you can put the camel on your belly. So here's what you're going to do. When you breathe in, you're going to puff your belly out. So breathing in, just practice. Puff your belly. And then when you breathe out, pull your belly in. Beautiful. So do that again. Breathe in, puff your belly. Breathe out, pull it in. So breathe in, puff your belly, and out. Let's do 4 more. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. And breathe in one more time. And out. How do you feel? You feel good and relaxed? Come back up to seated. So let's take a breath. Breathe in, arms up, and down. So now I have a question for you. What is the strongest shape in nature? Do you know? Raise your hand. Oh, you said it. Go ahead, say it, Vikram.
Triangle.
It's a triangle, right? So this is a triangle.
And so
right?
is this.
And that's a triangle. What did we make out of triangles? What are you sitting on?
This is sort of a triangle.
Oh, it's pointy. Do you know of a place in the world where there's a very, very, very famous triangle where creatures like Sandy Caramel Camel travel around in the desert? Where is that? Anisha! Egypt! What is the shape? What is the thing that's there that's famous?
Pyramids.
The pyramids, right?
They're cool.
They are cool.
Yeah.
So we today on our yoga adventure, we're going to Egypt. Yay! So before we get there, I have a project for you. So I want you to see the blocks over here, bring them here, and I want you to work together to make a triangle shape with the blocks. So bring them to the center and then work together to do that.
Can we make a pyramid?
Yes, you can make whatever you want. It looks sort of like a triangle. But look, you only have so many blocks, so maybe that base is too big.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So maybe
it should just be
try with
3
9.
blocks.
Yeah, try that, and then
1, 2,
start.
3, 4, 5. And then we'll make it 2. Wait.
6. So you need a square on the bottom. Do you know why you need a square on the bottom?
9.
That's why we use squares. We use square beanbags. Do you want to know why? The pyramids are built on a square that's almost exactly right angle, so it makes it really strong.
On the top.
There you go. That's one way to do it. Can you make it taller?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's add more blocks from here.
Let's see. Maybe you can just keep stacking it on the top. And then maybe put that one in the middle. Good, right there. Whoop. You're missing one.
It's
Sammy,
a
let's
rocket
see.
ship.
It does look like a rocket ship.
It's almost as tall as Victor.
Fantastic.
It's almost as
Let's
tall
stand
as
up.
tall as
Let's
you.
make our arms up like this. Breathe in and come over to the side. Breathe in again. Breathe out over to the side. This is so great. One more time. Breathe in. Can you bend your knees and find your toes? Oh, so nice. Breathe in here and come back up all the way to the top and down and come back to your yoga mat.
For kids
And
who can't do
just
that
gonna try to
all
keep
the way,
in
I
one.
think just do it like
Oh,
this.
no. Can you help me?
Yeah.
We'll move it all the way over here so we don't push it. Look at that great teamwork. Rocket ship. Are you on your rocket ship? All right, sit here. What do you have to put on when you're on a rocket ship? What?
Your seatbelt.
Your seatbelt. So arms up. Breathe in and cross over for your seatbelt.
Please go.
Make sure it's tight. Breathe in. Arms go up. Do it again. Oh, very good. Now this time, arms go up. Cross over in front of your knees. And can you rock back and forth like this? Make sure your seatbelt's nice and tight. Try one more time.
Head silly.
Use your core muscles. Very nice. Rock up. Sitting up. What else do you need to put on?
Boots.
Space pants.
Why did I put
Put on your space pants on. Can you lift up your other leg? Put your space pants on. Can you put both legs up? And put your space boots on.
Why do you need space?
Oh, hands go up, breathe in. And down. One more time, arms up. I'm gonna put up my sleeves of my jacket. Sleeves of this jacket, make sure it works. One more time, that's the other side. Very good. All right, hands are gonna come down. We're gonna come up like this and we're gonna blast off. Are you ready? So when you wanna count down from 5? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Oh, stay here, it's a little bit rocky. Oh my goodness, it's really, really rocking. Oh no, oh, I'm falling forward. Are you falling forward? Uh-oh, now I'm swaying side to side. Oh my goodness, this rocket ship is going crazy. Oh my goodness, oh, now we're upside down. Go this way. I think we're about to land. Let's sit down again. Make sure your seatbelt's on. Are you ready? Make sure your seatbelt's really tight. 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Boom! We're here. We're in Egypt. So the first pose we're going to do
Are we
is
flying?
Pharaoh pose. We're here. Pharaoh pose. Pharaoh was a king of Egypt. And he had a very strange hat. So can you put your arms up like this?
Was there back to Pharaoh?
There was also
right
a
behind
queen.
you, right there.
Yes, I know. So can you make your arms look like that Pharaoh? And maybe just move your head a little bit this way. Yes, there was also a queen. The Pharaoh's wife was the queen of Egypt, but the Pharaoh was the king. Breathe in here.
Wait, did they just call
Breathe
it
out.
queen, or did they call it the name like?
I think they just called her the queen. And down through center. So now we're going to do the next pose, which is cat pose. Why are we doing cat pose in Egypt? Because cats, well, go ahead, Annabelle.
Are worshipped in Egypt.
They are. They were considered to be very.
So is another name.
Let's just stay with cat first. You can tell me that one next,
Watch
okay?
my cat imitation.
Oh, very nice. You guys can do that for cat. The other way you can do cat is like this, rounding your back. So breathe in, drop your belly, and look up. And then round your back into cat pose. You can meow. Good. Drop your belly, look up again, breathe in. Round your back, cat pose. Oh, so nice. All right, now, can you crawl your hands forward? Because we're going to do the next pose. What shape is this? This is a Sphinx pose. Do you know why?
Yes.
The Sphinx, why?
I actually forget.
The Sphinx has the body of a lion and the head of a...
Pharaoh.
So this is how he looks. Can you see him behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks just like this, and he sits in front of the biggest pyramid in Egypt, the oldest one.
What's it called?
It's called the Great Pyramid of Giza. And that pyramid took about 85 years to build it. And it's like 5,000 years old, and it's still there. Put your forearms down and look up nice and tall. And maybe you can even straighten your arms. And breathe out, come down. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Breathe in, come on up. Breathe out, come down. All right, now that we're down here, we are going to do something else. Where do you think, what is the name of the longest river in the whole wide world? What?
Nile.
The Nile. Do you know where it flows through?
Yes.
Where?
Egypt.
So now we're gonna make our bodies down flat like a river. So
Snake.
can you put your arms out like this?
Oh,
And look at that, beautiful. You can leave your feet up or down. Can you move your arms a little bit like you're in the water? Very nice. Take a breath. Make sure you're breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Now, crocodiles. You all know what a crocodile looks like. They live in the Nile. Yeah, that's one kind of crocodile
And
pose.
I used to be scared of crocodiles.
Did you? Not anymore. Now you're doing crocodile pose. You can do it like this too, or you can chomp. Maybe chomp behind you too.
Cool.
Chomp in front. You can chomp. You can chomp behind. Very nice. Oh, all right. Rest your hands. Put your hands on your forehead on your hands, and take a breath. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then we're going to go on our hands and knees and come up to the next thing in Egypt, which is a dog, downward facing dog. So downward dog, Anisha, go ahead. I think you wanted to talk about the dog, right?
It's also worshipped like the cat.
It's worshipped like
And
the cat?
they were both pets.
They were both pets? That's right. And while we're here and you're taking breaths, can you tell me something that was invented in Egypt that you use every single night?
Yoga?
That's nice. Do you use yoga every night?
No.
That wasn't exactly invented in Egypt?
I
What is it?
know. The book.
The book? How about toothpaste? The Egyptians invented toothpaste.
What?
They invented toothpaste. They invented a lot of fun things. So now we're going to come back up to downward dog and bring one of your feet forward.
Ow. Ow.
And we're going to come up. We're going to take a big breath here. And then we're going to go visit what? The pyramids! So let's start with triangle pose. So straighten your front leg. And you're going to lean forward, maybe find your leg somewhere, and your arm might go up. And you're going to take a big breath in. Nice. Big breath out. Big breath in. And out. One more time. Big breath in. Whoops! It is a balance pose. And then come on up slowly. Come back to warrior, Egyptian warrior 2. Straighten your leg, arms up. And breathe out. One more like that. Breathe in and out. Now turn both your feet so they're facing forward. And we're going to do pyramid pose. So you're going to bring your arms out forward. And you're going to reach like you're going to grab the pyramids.
I'm going to
Grab the pyramids and then come on down. You can put your hand on your leg. Your hands might reach the floor, but maybe not. But you could do it like this. Yes, Anisha? That's okay. Don't worry about it. That's okay. Take a breath and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Why do you think we keep breathing so much? Let's switch sides. Other leg goes forward. Why, Anisha?
It helps us stay calm.
It does help you stay calm, and you can do that anytime you want, right? Sitting at school? Go ahead, you did it when?
Yesterday I was going to cry, but then I started breathing.
Yesterday you were going to cry, but you started breathing, and then how did you feel?
Better.
You felt better. That's great.
And when I can't sleep sometimes and my belly starts hurting because I can't sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and I get so worried and my legs are shaky, I take a deep breath and I do breathing till my stomach stops hurting, and then I tighten my legs and then release them, like over and over till they stop shaking.
And then you feel what?
A little better.
That's
A
fantastic.
lot better, really.
All right.
And I remind myself it'll all be okay.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing that, you guys. That's true. And our friends at home can do it too. And guess what? What pose is this?
Tree.
It's tree pose. So you can have your foot on the floor
Tree pose.
or up on your leg, just not near your knee, above or below your knee. Whoa, I'm not sure I can balance today. Find your breath if you can.
Be like this.
Another breath. Yeah, you can do that. All right, switch. Try tree pose on the other side. Breathe in, arms go up. And can you balance? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hands go up. Now we have one more wonderful pose to do. Can you guess what it is? It's a camel pose. So take your hands up, bend your knees, make your hands to your floor, come down and sit on your heels like this, and then find your heels with your hand. Any way you want, just touch your heels. Your fingers might point this way or maybe they point that way. And then you just come up like this and you're in camel pose.
Oh, I can see it.
I know, it's tricky. Good job. Come on back to, what was this pose that we started with?
Sukhasana.
Sukhasana, and we called it today what? Pharaoh pose. So let's take 3 breaths in Pharaoh pose. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Hands down through center. And now we're going to go back. Not yet. We're going to go back on our rocket ship. So lay down, flat on your back. This is really called mummy pose, right? We're going to lay on our backs and we're going to just watch the stars go by on our way home. Just notice all the stars in the sky and how pretty it is and how quiet. And just focus on your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And maybe you can think about what makes you feel strong, just like the triangle, how it's the strongest shape in nature. What makes you feel strong? It could be your family and your friends. It could be something you enjoy doing. It could be your breath. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. We're back! Did anybody think of anything that makes them feel strong? Annabelle.
What makes me feel strong is running, climbing, anything active.
Anything
Playing
active?
with my friends and family is the best.
So playing with your friends and family makes you feel strong, and anything active makes you feel strong.
Like swimming and rock climbing.
Like swimming and rock climbing. Great.
Well, that's the worst reason.
Okay, Anisha.
When I'm with my family and I know they're keeping me safe, it makes me feel strong and I don't have to worry about anything.
So when you're with your family and they're keeping you safe, it makes you feel like you don't have to worry about anything and makes you feel strong. That's great. Does anyone else want to share? Vikram.
What makes me feel strong is being with my whole family.
Is like being with your whole family. That makes you feel strong.
I'm a sister.
You what?
I'm a sister.
You're a sister, what? That's
I'm his
Oh, you're his
sister.
sister. I know that. Oh, now all our friends know that too. That's
Hi,
right.
I'm Anisha and I'm Vikram's sister.
Bella, do you
And
have
I'm
anything
friends
you want to
with
share?
Anisha.
No. Okay. Those were really great things. You know what makes me feel strong?
Being with us.
My breath and doing yoga with all of you. That makes me feel really strong. And then sometimes we end with the singing bowl, but today we talked about triangles and how they're the strongest shape and what makes us feel strong, right? So you can each take a turn and you can ring either one side or all 3 sides. And then you stop it, okay? Vikram, you wanna go? So hold the, yeah, great. And then you can, yeah, perfect. So think about what makes you feel strong while you ring the triangle. So just hold the ball. There you go. Now it'll work. Yeah.
They make different sounds like a bell.
They do make different sounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what makes the noise. Yeah.
I didn't feel any.
Go ahead, Bella. Very nice. All right, we're gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna ring this, and when you stop hearing the sound, raise your hand. Okay, so take a breath in. Take a breath in.
Other side.
Annabelle, take a breath in. Here we go. Yeah, that's so silly.
I still
All right,
got it.
so let's just take one more big breath together. Okay, I used the breath ball. Here we go. You ready? We're gonna breathe in and out.
Can we take
Let's
one?
do two more. Breathe in and out. Last one. Breathe in and out. And then I'm going to say, I'll be kind to you.
And you'll be kind to me.
That's right. And I want to thank you so much for going to Egypt with me, and to all our friends out there who got to see you do yoga. Well, I hope everyone out there will come back, and I hope you guys will come back too for our next time. Yeah, you can come over here and say goodbye. Yep. Come on the rocket. Are you ready? Here we go. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Come back and see us.
Bye.
You guys can jump around if you want. Yay! All right. Great job. Go ahead. Yeah. Good job. Wasn't that fun? I hope it got you thinking about what makes you feel strong. And now we're going to read a book that comes from a fable that's been around for almost 2,500 years. It's called The Contest Between the Sun and the Wind. The story is retold by Heather Forrest and illustrated by Susan Gaber. This book is dedicated to peacemakers everywhere. There was once a man in a warm coat walking his way down a winding road. The sun and the wind, high in the sky, watched the man as he walked by. The wind bragged to the sun, "I'm the strongest one. I'm much stronger than you." "Really?" said the sun. "Then I challenge you to a contest of strength. Let us see who can take the coat off that man on the road." "Oh, that's too easy," howled the wind. "I'll huff and I'll puff, I'll blow to the brim. I'll rip that coat off of him. I'll smash him against the trees. I'll take his coat off with ease." So the wind blew harshly down the road. The man clutched tightly to his coat. The wind grew loud. The wind grew cold. The shivering man buttoned up his coat. The birds clung to the trees. The world was dust and leaves. But the harder the wind blew down the road, the tighter the man held on to his coat. Discouraged, the wind blustered off with a gust and a swirl. Then the sun peeked out from behind a cloud, warming the air and the frosty ground. The man on the road unbuttoned his coat. He lifted his voice and sang out loud. The sun grew even brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. The man began to feel so hot, he took off his coat and sat down in a shady spot. The wind returned and said to the sun, I huffed and I puffed and I blew to the brim, but I could not force that man's coat from him. I can't imagine that you were able to either. The wind stopped howling long enough to look down. There was the man sitting under a tree. Lo and behold, his coat was folded up like a pillow under his head. How did you force him to take off his coat? The wind asked in amazement. The sun replied, I did not force him at all. I lit the day, through gentleness I won my way. There must have been a trick, grumbled the wind. It's not a trick, said the sun. It's a choice and a skill. Would you like me to show you? The sun just smiled. The end. I really enjoyed having you here today, and I hope you'll spend some time thinking about what makes you feel strong. I know one thing that makes me feel strong is having you here and doing our yoga practice together. So come back again. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Pharaoh pose. Cat pose. Sphinx pose. River pose. Crocodile pose. Or chomping crocodile. Downward facing dog. Egyptian warrior 2. Triangle pose. Pyramid pose. Tree pose with Pharaoh arms. Camel pose. Mummy pose. Make a necklace. Okay.
Pharaoh.